with manager. Accepts the universe only without manager. Is it acceptable? It's not acceptable.
I'll tell you the reason why.
Everything in this life. Sorry?
How will we find out whether it's acceptable or not?
Because he didn't accept school without money.
No, I accepted your premise.
University without.
I accepted all your premises.
Government as well.
Let's accept all your premises. I'm not arguing you. Let's accept all your premises and then answer the bottom line. And then what are you saying after that?
I think okay.
Yeah, I know. But
Now,
the Bible,
no place at all will goes right without one. One is the highest one who
in the entire Bible,
guide
the devil killed in the temple.
What if you got a
Do you
bad
think there's a national?
What if you got a bad
God killed millions.
How do you know? How do you know?
It could be. It could be.
Do you think there could be a natural
For
legislation?
human being,
God read your Bible again.
but who create the sun and this sky and these trees and everything?
We know the story.
How this will be bad? How? He created you. He created you.
Did you know anybody here or anything in this universe that can think without a brain, a physical brain?
No.
No. So does your God that you believe in, does he think? Does he think? Is he intelligent? Does he have
You
thoughts?
must read your Bible. If you are Christian, read your Bible.
Of course, good boy. Now, do you have brain?
Yeah, I have brain. You have brain.
How?
Yeah, we know how brains work. It's a physical, neural network.
You have emotion.
So if a God
You
is
feel others.
Listen,
You love.
listen.
Huh? How did you? It's the same idea. We know our God.
Stay here.
Because
Stay here. I'm talking to you, okay?
you don't have brain.
I don't have brain.
You don't because you don't see it.
I know, you see things differently from me, yeah? I see things differently from you. Now let's work out, yeah? By looking at the way that you see things and the way I see things, yeah? There's people who are Christians, there's Muslims and Jews. So if we talk, and we can find out where your differences come from, where your differences lie and start from, yeah? So you may think that the universe had a creator, which was God. I may think that there may be a natural explanation for this. So we've got to investigate and find out if there is a natural explanation, or if the explanation lies in a specific God. You know, which could be the Christian God, the Muslim God, Jewish God, or it could be Buddhist philosophy or anything. So the best thing to do is honestly investigate and find out what we can, and then the evidence that could lead us closer to the truth. We might not have all the evidence, but from the evidence we have, we can make a judgment on where that thing is going to lead. Now you may be a Muslim, and you may think that the Quran is enough evidence for you that Allah created it all, and He gave the message to Muhammad to pass it to mankind. For me, that is not sufficient evidence, because I was raised as a Catholic. I read the Bible and had the same kind of philosophy, and they come to the conclusion that Jesus Christ is the God, part of the Trinity. So you've got to realise that. Let's think about this properly. Let's break it down and see where the actual truth lies. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not saying that I'm an atheist. I'm not saying that I'm a Christian or Buddhist or Muslim. I don't believe in any gods because there's not enough evidence to convince me.
But this idea is not acceptable. If you think carefully, believe me, and you don't believe inside your heart. It's not acceptable at all. We will not accept this idea at all, because you told me no school, no government, no country without one will guide this place. How you ask me to accept universe without God?
On a scale from 0 to
natural. Who creates that?
what we found so far, is that we've evolved over a period of about 3.5 billion years.
Other
From some natural selection.
billions of people practice religions.
This is facts and evidence.
And they are happy.
Yes, not the way.
And only of them crazy. They don't have.
Alright, let me ask you a question, yeah? On a scale of 0 to 100, yeah? Where 0 being that you're very doubtful of your beliefs.
No matter how.
Whereas 100% means that you're 100% convinced that your beliefs are true. Where would you be on that scale?
beliefs are what they believe.
Where would you be on that scale from 0 to 100 on your beliefs, if your beliefs are true or not?
I couldn't understand your question.
Alright, say you got a scale from 0 to 100%. Yeah? Whereas 0 being that you're not very convinced in your beliefs, whereas 100% means that you're totally 100% convinced in your beliefs. Where would you be on that scale? From 0 to 100?
Can you prove it?
Sometimes high, sometimes
Yeah?
it's not in the same point or same percentage. I have different, according to my practice, to my relationship. If I did good thing, good deeds, I will be about 100%. If I am bad, I didn't practice, I didn't believe good, I'll be.
It's good that you had that doubt, because if say for instance you was born in Tibet, yeah, and you had a Buddhist family, right, and your mum and dad was Buddhist, you went to the temple, you could be a Buddhist right now, convinced that Buddhism is the way, is the truth. Or if you were born in India, you could be a Hindu right now. Yeah? So you didn't choose where you was born. Now I take it you're a Muslim. Yeah? You have Muslim parents, and they taught you about Islam since you was a child. Yeah? But sometimes your parents might teach you stuff which is not actually true. I mean, when you're younger, they might taught you about Santa Claus and not Santa Claus. Some of them myths and stories. Yeah? And as you get older, you realise they're not true. And your parents may not be lying, they may be taught stuff that wasn't true to them. And Islam may be one of the things that was taught to them, it's been passed on to you, which is not true.
You are right. If I was in Hindu family, I'll be
You're a Hindu now.
I know that. But we have a lot of religions.
I didn't say
Religions in general.
Do you believe in a
We have 3 religions. The origin of them from sky.
So what evidence would you accept?
Islamic, Judaism, and Christianity.
evidence.
Other religions that's made by people.
There's thousands of religions around the world, not just the 3 religions.
I know. But 3 of them from the sky. There are books
I don't want to
old history, but the other created by person.
I don't know
How?
All other religions were created by people, apart from the one that you just happen to be born into.
Yeah. Now.
Doesn't that sound incredulous to you?
Please don't talk to me about other religions. I do.
Oh, hey,
Nice to meet you. I was here the other week. I thought you were here then, but you're here now.
We're here now.
Good to see you.
Thanks.
I am talking about the 3 religions. It's your responsibility to look at the right one.
Well, let's look at the 3 religions then. Judaism, Islam, and Christianity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Others, that's human made. People created. I don't believe that.
Well, look,
That's my mind is not.
There are millions of Jews right now,
Yeah.
who've been studying the Torah for centuries. There's millions of Christians who've been studying the Bible for centuries. Yeah? Intelligent people,
You're right.
and they believe this. Just like you're a Muslim, there's millions of Muslims who believe what you believe in.
The company that created this Bible, they made it a lot of virgin of it. 2000, 2010, 2020, virgins. These religions, same idea. All of them prophets, all of them. From the beginning one, Noah, until the final one, Muhammad.
Using your argument, you see how bikes have
Is
evolved.
one of them. Peace be
See how
upon
bikes,
them all.
the earliest
I
bike,
believe
were
in
quite
them.
crude. Well,
And
I'll let you finish.
you have
Sorry.
you have 4 religions. You have to follow last virgin. Because
The last version.
it updated until the end. Final one is Islam is the religion of all.
Do you know there's a lot of religions that came after
Now
Islam?
Moses, Jesus, all of them Muslims.
You know a lot of religions came
All of
after
them.
Islam. You got
Believe
things
me,
like
what
Now,
Islam means?
let me say something,
Islam
sir.
means to submit for your God only. That's the idea.
maybe we should have a conversation backwards and forwards. Yeah? There's a lot of religions that came after Islam. You've got Mormonism, you've got Scientology, you've got Seventh-day Adventists, Jehovah's Witnesses. You know, you've got a lot of religions that came after Islam. There's a lot of new religions. You know, Islam is not the final religion. It's not the final message from God. You know? And to try and convince people that Muhammad is his final messenger, when you've got people who've been studying and believing in Islam, believing in Judaism, believing in Christianity, lots of different versions of Islam. And to get that message across from one person's kind of like vision or message sent to him by Allah, it's going to be very difficult. And you know that you was born as a Muslim, yeah? You didn't choose to be born as a Muslim. You could have been born in India. You could have been a Hindu right now. Could you imagine how hard it would be for some Hindu to be convinced by a Muslim that his religion is wrong?
It's your responsibility to look for the right religion.
You look for the truth.
The truth.
Let's look for the truth.
Yeah. Now you have an idea. Life without God. My responsibility to read about it, to discover the truth, is nowadays the easiest thing to looking for something by the internet. But
a lot of propaganda.
It's not possible for all religions to be true, yeah? But it is possible for all of them to be wrong.
But
you know that, don't you?
Look, I'll ask you,
including yours.
I'll ask you a question.
I like you. You're very quiet apart from the other religious ones who scream all day.
Thank you.
I'll ask you. Now, is this life? Now you said no God, nothing. This life only. I'll die. Now we have a lot of people. They will kill. Some bad people killed them, and some people steal money from others. Some people they did a lot of bad things, but they haven't got to court. They died. They killed millions of people, and then they died without court, without anything. Is it true that will not be hereafter to take the right from them and give others? You stole my money, and then I didn't take my right from you in this life. I'll take it in the hereafter. It's mine. It's something is logical.
Say this.
Who will give these children in Somalia, in everywhere, in Vietnam? These people, ignorance and ignorance.
If you believe in the hereafter for justice, yeah, you're abdicating your rights.
Idea, no hereafter.
No, you're abdicating on your rights to try and make your responsibility to try and make laws in this life. You know what I mean? If I see you as my brother, and someone stole from you, I wouldn't want that person to steal from me. So it's right for us to get together. How are we going to solve this? Let's make a law to get this person arrested and locked up. We have a police force and a justice system in this country, that's going to put the law down on this person to stop that from happening again. We can't just say, well, in the next life he's going to get his punishment, because not everyone believes in the next life.
I know if the police come and take them, but you know, over the long history, there were a lot of bad people. They did a lot of bad things. For example, they killed millions of people, and they died now.
We have to solve that in this life.
How this poor people take their right from
we have to come
in the hereafter.
As human beings, as human beings.
After that, you
with the same kind of with the same objective. With the same objective. We want good to prevail in this world, and evil to be pushed aside. Okay, so we have got to try and tackle the problem of evil right now, right here, in this life. Whether there's an afterlife, whatever happens, at least we know that we've done the best we can now to provide a safer society and a safer world for me and you. Whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian or Jew, whatever, you're entitled to the same rights as I have. I'm a non-believer, but I agree with you that people going around stealing and killing other people is wrong. Right? So let's try and solve it without appealing to an afterlife or a God. I mean, it's better to do it now, right here and right now. We can make this earth akin to the heaven that a lot of English people are looking for.
Impossible.
It's impossible. That's what I'm saying.
You have a faith in science. Science can solve anything.
I haven't mentioned science.
Well, you do that.
I'm talking about
science is going to solve all the mistakes. Science is going to solve all the problems. You believe in that.
I'm talking about moral responsibility. Nothing to do with science.
Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I hope to read more.
I hope to see you again.
I know. I'll come another time. I'll find you here. Invite people to Islam. I am sure.
So you,
I've read more than you about your faith, atheist. I found it. They are very. I haven't seen something stupid like this.
Hopefully you'll free yourself one day from the chains of religion.